Hey everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and today, welcome to another episode of the CDL Driving Academy Podcast. And today we have a very special guest, Andy, and he is one of the best trainers around with a very unique way of actually training people. And today we're going to be talking about health and vitality and how do truck drivers actually stay fit in the trucking industry if they have no equipment, no real space, and they don't have a lot of time in there. We're going to show you exactly how to be working out your body so you can stay fit and live a very long and healthy lifestyle. How are we doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, Jonathan. How you doing, bud?
Great. So let's talk about working out. A lot of people have many different ways of working out, many different philosophies.
Sure.
And you're actually, you were my personal trainer at one point. And you had a very unique way of kind of working things out. I think we were working out, 2 days a week or something?
It was, 2 days a week, 2
days a week, only like 30-minute sessions. And the actual progression that I was having strength-wise was insane. Yeah. And we didn't lift one single weight, and it was just a very unique way of doing it.
Exactly.
Kind of tell people, what are you known for?
So I teach a style of strength training called time static contractions. Time static contractions is a part of the high-intensity strength training community. So think like Mike Menser, Dorian Yates, Arthur Jones, Casey Viator, but like for regular folks. So Ken Hutchins, who's a genius exercise designer of machines, thought that what would be a great efficient way of training individuals, let's say osteoporosis or sarcopenia, people in advanced ages, how could they use workout machines efficiently? So if there's sort of that learning curve or some sort of special considerations, how on earth are you going to train and fatigue your muscle to the point where we can create that adaptive response and build appreciable sizes and strength no matter what age you are? So he came up with this isometric protocol called time static contractions. If we break that down into three simple adjectives, timed, we're performing an exercise for a prescribed period of time, typically between 60 and 90 seconds. Static, which means we're not moving at all. We're applying gradual force through that duration, and we're going to contract our muscles hard against that immovable force so that we could get the same benefit, if not better benefits, as we would using a barbell, a machine, free weights, or even body weight training.
So what I heard in normal English, because you use a lot of big words there, that was you found a way to cut down the workout time without any extra equipment needed.
Exactly.
To build strength in a safe way.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people, the way they work out with all these weights, and then they start losing their form, and then their joints start hurting, and their back and all that stuff, because they don't have the foundational piece yet. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. And it's one of those things where in order to see any kind of progress, you need to push yourself. That's going to be an extra repetition. That's going to be heavier weight. I'll use an example for say like shoulders. You've seen the lateral raise before. Get a pair of maybe 15, 20-pound dumbbells, move up and down nice and slow. You can fatigue your delts quite effectively doing it that way. The problem is, as you get stronger and those weights get lighter, you're going to have to, by necessity, use a heavier weight or more repetitions. However, the shoulder capsule and the rotator cuff can be very delicate. If we use a heavier weight, you might be putting undue stress on that joint, and we don't want to do that. We want to be able to preserve our joints into advanced age. So with using time static contractions, we could apply force on our muscle that is equal, if not better, than using free weights and machines. What
I remember kind of going through the program was, for instance, like we did a squat exercise, right? Yeah. And you have these different tools that can actually measure how much force we're actually using. So I remember, I think we got up to like 400 pounds in a squat. And I did not have 400 pounds on my back, and I didn't have to overcompensate or feel like I was going to die over this thing. But my body actually felt like it was working out. Like, what is that all about?
So if you threw a 400-pound barbell on your back, that axial loading, that having all that weight compress on your spine over time, you're not going to be able to walk well. So it's like you can have big wheels on a barbell, and what good is it if you're in your 60s and you can't move or have to use a walker? So with using time static contractions, we put your body in the mid-range position where the muscle is weakest, and what we're trying to do is overcome that immovable resistance. So We want to achieve momentary muscle failure. Momentary muscle failure is this process that where when we approach it, it's telling our body, holy crap, what was that? I need to change in order to meet this demand the next time I train. We want to recruit as many muscle fibers as possible, the highest order of muscle fibers, the fast twitch fibers. And I mean, obviously you can do that with barbells, machines, body weight, etc. But time static contractions is the safest way to do it. And so for instance, the squat that we were just talking about, in my opinion, that time static squat is often much more efficient and even more difficult than even throwing a barbell on your back or doing a leg press, because you have to push hard.
I was sweating. It was crazy.
Yeah.
My legs were shaking.
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk to specifically the truck drivers.
Yeah.
So a lot of truck drivers, they know they have to be healthy, right? And we're people who try to get themselves on the road to freedom. That's our tagline.
That's right.
And you can't really be free unless you're healthy, able to move, and things like that. So when it comes to truck drivers, a lot of their concerns are, I know I have to work out, but I don't have the time.
Yep.
I don't have any space inside the truck.
Sure.
Or like I have no equipment. So what do you have to say to them?
So you got to get creative. And a trainer like myself can show you how you can use your steering wheel, your seat belt, your chair. You know, if you have, I always tell people, because whenever I train with individuals, they're like, oh, I don't have a big space. I don't have any workout equipment. I said, as long as we have some place to sit and some place for our feet, we're good. I have individuals lay on their back and get a full body workout with all the major muscle groups. Very, very effective. I even work with individuals who they have trouble with their mobility. I have them doing the whole workout sitting in a chair. It's all about leverages, angles, and applying that intensity of effort. That's the most important thing, is the intensity of effort. It doesn't matter what exercise that you do, so long as it's safe, efficient, effective, and you could apply that intensity of effort in.
So let's kind of talk about the people who you have helped in the past.
Yeah.
I guess kind of give us a range. What's the youngest individual, the oldest individual, and what were some of their needs?
So my youngest client was a 16-year-old young man who I still work with. My oldest client is an 81-year-old woman.
16 to 81.
Yes.
Looks like your process works for pretty much anybody.
Pretty much. And that's the beautiful part about high-intensity training and time-static contractions. It has a myriad of different applications. So what was once a workout protocol that was designed for people with osteoporosis, sarcopenia, all those sorts of things, you could apply it to people who are really fit and really healthy. I've worked with individuals with who are amputees as well.
Wow.
I worked with a young woman who was born with a lower left arm missing, and we're able to get a full body workout. Yeah,
wow.
And made wonderful progress. There literally is no excuse. If you don't like to sit, you can stand. If you don't like to stand, you can lay down. If you don't want to lay down, then I really don't know what I can say at that point. So
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But what kind of results have you gotten for your clients
based
on your workouts?
Yeah. The results, well, everybody says within the first 4 weeks they move better. That's the most important thing for me. Weight loss is sort of the bonus byproduct of strength training. That's going to be relative to individuals' diet and habits. You know, I am there with people once or twice a week, in person or virtual, but I'm not in everybody's kitchen.
True.
But those people who put in the work, they see amazing results. Weight loss, strength, especially the strength thing, I think is the most measurable, is because I can see workout by workout progress. You know, whether I'm using my measuring device and recording their static strength digitally, or I could notice with little micro expressions on their faces. I can get that feedback from them. If I hear from a client, man, that was great, that was good, or wow, I'm so dead after that, that was good, or wow, you're trying to kill me, that was good. If I get
nothing,
no good.
Fair enough.
No good. You've pushed the threshold a little too far. But as long as you're putting that intensity of effort in and you're resting long enough that you will either match or exceed your progress from the previous workout, then we know that results in our physical body is on the way. It's almost guaranteed. Beautiful. When, I don't know, but that I could assure you. Dr. Doug McGuff is the author of the book Body by Science.
Okay.
And I love one of his quotes that he shared a while ago. He says, for many people, it's going to be workout, recovery, nothing. Workout, recovery, nothing. Workout, recovery, nothing. But then, with that consistency, it could be workout, recovery, adaptation. And now we've gotten stronger.
Progress.
We've met progress. And that progress can be measured by, again, maybe your tasks are easier. Maybe you're walking around a little bit easier. If you're doing recreational activity, you're finding that, wait a minute, I haven't done any Zumba classes, or I haven't done any sort of recreational activity, and I'm blowing everybody out of the water.
Boom.
So those are the
what
things
I
you
hear
want.
is first thing that you're going to start feeling a difference in is your mobility, right?
Yes.
You're going to feel much more strength. You're going to be able to move and be much more agile.
Yeah.
The other thing, the byproducts of being consistent and living a healthier lifestyle, of course, you're going to get weight loss and then increase muscle as well.
Exactly. I was working with a young man, 14-year-old kid last summer, and we did about 7 exercises every week, all static exercises, and he couldn't tolerate a lot. This kid was about, I want to say 6 even. He had a really heavy growth spurt over the summer.
Wow.
And he was about 120 pounds. And by the end of the summer, he was 130.
Wow.
And he didn't change his diet, but I told him, you better push yourself hard. Because even in a calorie deficit, even in starvation mode, you could still see progress and strength and build muscle, even if your diet isn't consistent. The diet is going to be the thing that gives you overall health benefits. It's going to sustain your strength and build your muscle, but you could, even if you weren't consistent with it, as long as you're training hard and recovering enough that you can train hard again, you're going to see progress and results.
So how do people get in contact with you if they want to learn more?
Sure. If people want to get in touch with me for any reason, you could literally call me at 201-528-3479. I'm on Instagram at _Andy Omel, O-M-E-L. And you could also visit me at my website, staticstrong.com.
So once they actually call you, what are some of the main concerns that people actually start contacting you for?
A lot of people will tell me, I really need to do something. And the appeal of not being able to move and build muscle and get the cardiovascular benefits, people are just like, sign me up. You mean all I got to do is just sit and stand? Okay, cool, sign me up. Because let's remember, exercise has to fit a 5-point definition. Build strength, build muscle, improve your cardiorespiratory and metabolic conditioning, improve your flexibility and mobility, and the one that everybody forgets, prevent you from getting hurt.
Yes.
Because the thing about it is, I've trained people who are really athletic, and they don't need me. They could hold pencils in their hands and get in shape. I prevent them from getting hurt using time static contractions, because if I wasn't there, it would be tire flips, it would be, sledgehammer swing. Nothing wrong with those activities.
Right.
But
If done correctly.
If done correctly. But over a sustained period of time, and for the vast majority of individuals, they need to be able to do something that's safe, sustainable, and something that you can do over a lifetime.
So what I just heard him say was, if you like sitting and you like laying down and you still want to work out, he's got the secret sauce for you where you don't have to hurt your body, but you can also get progress. Of course, the more work you put in, the faster you're going to get the results, right?
Absolutely.
The slower you get the results, the less work you put in. At the end of the day, he can't work out for you. He can just show you the secrets that he's learned to kind of help him out that way. Now let's talk about cardio. Is cardio important or no?
Cardiovascular activity, if you enjoy to do it, it's a great thing to do. I'm a dancer myself. I enjoy chasing my niece and nephew around. I like to sprint, mostly for the mental health benefits, that sort of cathartic release, that sort of central nervous system discharge sort of thing. But if you enjoy it, go for it. But you can get the same, if not better, benefits and more efficient benefits by cardiovascular benefits by doing strength training. So if you're trying to improve your heart health by walking, it's the equivalent of driving a car to California. It'll get you there, but
not the most efficient way.
Not a most efficient way, right?
Makes sense.
Whereas if you're doing strength training and you're applying that intensity of effort like we talked about, that's like taking a jet to California.
So cardio is definitely not something necessary as long as you are exercising as one of the things that you're saying.
Mm-hmm. If you want to improve at a skill, so for instance, like if you want to be able to, get better at free throws at basketball, you have to practice that skill. Mm-hmm. Strength training cannot help you be better at basketball. You have to practice that. But having good general strength will improve your ability to do those free throws.
It gives you the foundation of
exactly.
Everything.
Yep.
That's fair. Nice. So you help people who usually know that they have to do something, kind of are limited on resources and or on time. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about time. How long should somebody actually work out for in a week?
It's funny. I've had individuals have really amazing heart-pounding strength workouts in less than 10 minutes. I sometimes, with some of my clients, if they're pushing like a little bit past 30 minutes, I'm like, let's try to, transition between exercises quickly. Mm-hmm. The next time we train, you never want to transition too quickly that you get dizzy, and you don't want to transition too slow that you're going back to your normal resting heart rate.
In our sessions, I think it was like a total of like 12 minutes of working out.
Pretty much,
I was like sweating like crazy.
Yeah. I remember we had some really good sessions. I remember I put you through a protocol. It was, we did static pull down, we did something for the chest, and then we did the statics for the legs, 3 rounds of that.
And I had to walk back upstairs, and my legs were so jelly. It was insane.
Yeah.
But it was like, and the main thing for me was the time thing, right?
Yeah.
So, hey, how do I compress as much time as possible? Because I'm a busy guy, like a lot of people are. So if somebody can commit 2 30-minute sessions a week, can they see amazing results?
Absolutely. Even one.
One 30-minute session a week.
One 30-minute session or 2. Depends on the individual.
Cool.
Because if I'm noticing that, I start people off at twice, but, having integrity is really important to me. Mm-hmm. If somebody's training with me twice a week and they're making consistent progress with twice a week, I keep them on it. If I notice over maybe a few weeks, I notice, they're not really recovering between workouts, then I have to be honest and say, I'm going to cut you down to 1. But that once a week workout is going to be more efficacious than if you did more.
True. There's
a woman that I work with. It's funny. I just had this conversation the other day, and she's incredibly athletic, in her mid-40s and just a spitfire. She begged me when we started, twice a week. I said, sure. She's like, I like this so much. Can we do 3? I said, I don't train anybody more than twice. Oh, please, I could pay you extra. No, we're only going to do twice. Her schedule got really crazy. We had to move her down to once. And then she was like, well, now I understand why once a week is just as good as twice. The research shows it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So you could definitely help people out in person. Mm-hmm. One time per week, 30 minutes is really all you need to really see progress starting to happen. What about people who are virtual, like truck drivers who can't, who are all over the place?
So I love the virtual model. So as long as you have an iPhone or an Android, and we could do it through Zoom or Google Meet, I watch individuals train. I'll show you the positions. I will record video demonstrations, and people have me on retainer as well. So if somebody has a health-related question or a diet-related question, I'm always there,
So you're not just, hey, I'll see you next week. It's, hey, we're actually becoming a relationship.
Absolutely.
I'm here to be your advisor in health and all that stuff.
Exactly.
And we can continue the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Like my background's in education. Mm-hmm. I worked with small children, and I loved every minute of it. And then when I decided to branch on my own and start my own business, I never left that classroom mindset, because when somebody is on your side and they believe in you, it's going to motivate them and push them a little bit more.
Beautiful.
More than what they're capable of.
Tell them one more time, how can they find you if they want to only work out 30 minutes per week? Don't really have to run that much. So you see, don't have to run at all, really. have no equipment. They like sitting, they like laying down, and they like getting results.
Sure. You can call or text me at 201-528-3479. You can follow me on Instagram at _Andy Omel, OMEL. And you could also visit my website over at staticstrong.com.
Thank you very much, Andy.
My pleasure, man.
So this is all about trying to get you guys healthier because we want you on the road to freedom. And you can't be free unless you're healthy, able to move your body the way you need to into long years of your life, right? I heard this one quote that says, a man who's sick only has one wish. A man who's healthy has many. So if you want to be that man with many wishes, stay healthy, and a guy like Andy can definitely help you out. So make sure you contact him. If you didn't get it, we'll definitely put it in the show notes and the descriptions as well. But make sure you follow him on social. He has a great lot of content. And if you haven't seen it already, we actually have a whole video where we're actually going to be demonstrating 5 different exercises that you can do from the comfort of your truck, whether it's a sleeper, whether it's a day cab, or whether it's outside of your truck getting in and out. So we can actually give you a cool sneak peek of exactly what working out and working with a guy like Andy is going to be. And the money that you're going to invest into yourself is really just going to be the money that is going to help you live a much healthier and longer lifestyle. He's going to be great. He's going to make sure that he treats you with integrity and shows you exactly what you should be doing to get the progress that you need. So one more time, thank you very much. Thank you,
My pleasure,
Andy.
brother.
And let's get you guys healthy and on the road to freedom. Thanks. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.